Well, selling bracelets to raise money for a good cause, certainly not a new idea, but when it comes to the ones my next guest is selling, man, is it a popular one. That is because his bracelets honor our fallen heroes from this Iraq war and help their families at the same time. Joining us now from Austin to explain is Chris Greta of HeroBracelets.com. Chris, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
How much is each bracelet?
$8.50.
And how much of that money, Chris, goes to the families?
$2.
So the rest is just overhead, manufacturing costs, that sort of thing?
Yeah, as best as we can figure it so far.
So you're not making a penny on this?
I own a little ad agency, and I need to make a living, and my goal is to move this thing along into a larger organization as soon as I can, so I can go back to my day job. But it's been a pretty extraordinary month. The website's been up a month, and we had over 200,000 hits to the site day before yesterday.
All right. Now, I refer to it as HeroBracelets.org is the correct name. But can you give me an idea of what gave you this idea?
It was a combination of things. I grew up in the 60s where everybody I knew had POW bracelets in the 60s and 70s. And, that left quite an impression on me. As a kid seeing the Vietnam War on TV, and then what I was seeing with this war is that, I felt as though the deaths of these soldiers were really being politicized and, kind of held away, and I felt they deserved more than that. I also looked at how much the surviving families were getting, and, I thought they should get more than that.
All right, so how many of these have you sold, Chris?
So far, I think we've sold probably around 7,000.
All right, so that translates probably to $14,000 going into this fund?
Right.
All right, so obviously you'd have to go a long way to make a substantial difference to the families who've lost loved ones. Where do you think this all goes?
Well, right now the money's going to the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund, and they provide $11,000 for each surviving spouse and $5,000 per child. And it's not a fortune, but it's sure going to help. And if I judge this by the amount of email I've had from family members who have lost loved ones, and from a lot of the guys that are over in Iraq, a lot of people are very thrilled that this is being done.
I'm sure for the families who've lost loved ones, knowing that someone out there is walking around with a bracelet that bears the name of their fallen family member, it means a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Just something extraordinary happened on Friday. All day long I'm getting email while I'm in my office, so I answered a lot of email. I got an email from a Marine captain in Iraq that had just lost somebody that's very important to him, and he wanted to get custom bracelets for 60 of his men. A few minutes later, I get an email from a Marine embassy guard in the Dominican Republic, and while I'm emailing to this person, I said, it'd be great if we had the ability to just simply give these bracelets away to men like this captain who want to buy these out of his own money for his men. She emails me back a half an hour later and saying that her and her father want to buy the bracelets for him.
Amazing. Chris, you're to be credited with doing something very nice, and I know you have a business to run yourself. HeroBracelets.org is the site. Chris Greta is the guy who came up with it. Thank you, Chris. Be well.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
When we come back, another type of calamity and lessons it